It's been a long time no see, but we are here for the Diecast Indycar League. 3 races to go in the championship. Here's how it looks right now. Kyle Kirkwood is still the points leader over his teammate Marcus Ericsson. Ericsson now only 10 points behind Kirkwood after Kirkwood did not finish at Portland. Alex Palou is back in the championship hunt. He's 30 points back in third. Pato O'Ward, who has a really great starting spot today, he starts on the front row. He's fourth in the championship. He is 34 points behind Kirkwood. Will Power is just outside of a race in points. He is 52 points behind Kyle Kirkwood. He needs to have a good Milwaukee doubleheader in order to stay alive in this championship. Scott Dixon, Graham Rahal, very just a ways out of that 50-point threshold. Scott Dixon currently finds himself 67 points back with Graham Rahal 73 back. They're going to need some special days to try and win, have a chance of winning the championship, and they're going to have to come from deep in the field. They start 22nd and 23rd today. Joseph Newgarden, Scott McLaughlin, and last week's winner, Stingray Robb, round out your top 10 in points. Now, let's take a look at your starting lineup for the first of the 2 races here at this Milwaukee Mile doubleheader. So, on pole for the first race, it is Jacob Abel. The rookie hotshot at Dale Coyne Racing has been very speedy this year, especially in qualifying. Could he get his first win today? Then it's Pato O'Ward, who is outside. A man who is in the championship hunt. His other 3 rivals start way in the back. He has a chance to gain some big points in this race. Row 2, Meyershank Racing is back today. Felix Rosenquist starts third, and Christian Rasmussen, who nearly won last week, is to his outside. Starting in row number 3, we have Scott McLaughlin and Elio Castroneves. He's back, and his old ride's next to him. Then in row number 4, we have a new team, AJ Foyt Racing, entering the fold. Santino Ferrucci is the driver. He will compete full-time next year. And in the final 3 races here this year, in that beautiful American number 14. Will Power starts on his outside. And then in row number 5, Nolan Siegel and Marco Andretti. He now driving for a 4th Andretti team for the last 3 races of the year, and then always at Indy. He rounds out the top 10. Louis Foster, Joseph Newgarden, row 6. Christian Lundgaard and Alex Palou racing for a championship at row 7. Alexander Rossi and last week's winner, Stingray Robb, in row 8. Championship contender Marcus Ericsson and Connor Daly in row number 9. Kevin Simpson and Kyle Kirkwood round out your top 20. Colton Herta, Scott Dixon in row 11, and starting shotgun on the field in race number 1, it is Graham Rahal. So, let's take a look at, oh boy, come on, stay, damn it. So let's take a look at the lap count for today's race. The first of 2. It is a 20-lap race here this afternoon. It's going to be a fun one here at Milwaukee. Now let's get the second channel's video up and rolling. A long time no see for the Diecast IndyCar League. We're here at Milwaukee for the doubleheader. 3 races to go in the championship. Let's take a look at the points. Kyle Kirkwood still remains in the points lead after Portland, but he did not finish, and that gap got cut very significantly. Marcus Ericsson now in second, his teammate 10 points behind Kyle Kirkwood. Alex Palou and Pato O'Ward find themselves back into the fight. They're 3rd and 4th in the championship, 30 and 34 points back, respectively. Pato O'Ward with a big qualifying. He starts second, while Palou, Ericsson, and Kirkwood are going to be mired in traffic. Will Power sits just behind that 50-point threshold. Remember, 50 points is the max you can get in one race. He's going to need a big doubleheader if he wants a chance at this. He just needs to beat Kirkwood by a little bit, and he has a great starting position as well. He currently sits 52 points below Kirkwood in points. 52 points back of the leader. Scott Dixon and Graham Rahal are going to need big doubleheaders this weekend. They currently sit 73 and 67 points behind Kirkwood right now, but they're going to have to come from a long way back. They start 22nd and 23rd, respectively. Joseph Newgarden also has a chance. He's about 12 points behind Graham. Therefore, he is 85 points back in the leader, Kirkwood. He has a slight chance. He's the last driver that is in the double digits of points behind Kirkwood. What can he do today? He's a really good oval racer. He has a pretty good starting spot as well. Penske did really good in qualifying. Let's see what they can do. And Scott McLaughlin, Stingray Robb, last week's winner, round out your top 10. McLaughlin, 101 points back. He's going to need something big these 2 days here this weekend in order to win this championship. Stingray Robb just got his first win, having a phenomenal year. Let's see what he can do. And then the rest of your standings currently sit as well right under screen. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting on pole today, it is the hot shot. It is Jacob Abel. The rookie pole sitter is back on pole again. And then Pato O'Ward starting to his outside. It's going to be a big day for him. He needs a big day. He got a big day in qualifying. What can he do here? Meyershank Racing is back this weekend. They had a great qualifying effort. They start in row 2 and row 3. Felix Rosenquist, the lead car, in third. And Christian Rasmussen, who had the best run of his career, starts fourth, looking for back-to-back podiums. Row number 3, Scott McLaughlin. And Elio Castroneves sitting next to his old ride in the starting lineup. Row 4, we have a new team. It is AJ Foyt Racing. It is Santino Ferrucci who will be driving this car. He will be full-time next season and will finish out this season in that beautiful number 14 with the American flag on it. Will Power starts to his outside. And rounding out your top 10, it's Nolan Siegel and another new entry. It's Marco Andretti for Andretti Global. Andretti Global now running 4 teams as Marco will finish out this season and then just run an Indy. Louis Foster and Joseph Newgarden in row number 6. Christian Lundgaard and Alex Palou, one of the 4 main contenders. He starts 14th. He's ahead of the Andrettis. Can he fly to the front? Alexander Rossi and last week's winner, Stingray Robb, in row number 8. Then it's Marcus Ericsson and Connor Daly in row number 9. Ericsson just in front of his teammate Kirkwood leading the points. Can he get away from him and finish ahead of him? Kiffin Simpson and Kyle Kirkwood round out your top 20. Then it's Colton Herta and Scott Dixon and Graham Rahal sitting shotgun on the field. So, let's take a look at your race facts here today for Milwaukee. 20 laps in both races. Should be a fun night here in Milwaukee. Here we go. Jacob Abel, Pato O'Ward will lead the field back to green. The Diecast Indycar League is back, and it's at Milwaukee. Rasmussen goes 3 wide around the outside, and he'll lead lap number 1. O'Ward in the second, Abel in the third. There's a push for fourth. It'll be Felix Rosenquist going to the fourth, but Castroneves is right there, getting a push from his old ride, Scott McLaughlin. Then it's Power. Then it's Ferrucci. Then Andretti. And Newgarden and Palou fighting for 10th. But Rasmussen leads the way, followed by Award. And Abel and Castroneves fight for 3rd. Marco Andretti goes around the outside of Ferrucci. That is for, I believe, the 9th place position, maybe 8th. But Rosenqvist looks to get around McLaughlin. Power to the outside as well, going to help Rosenqvist instead of his teammate. And already to the lead, Elio Castroneves with a big run. Here comes Elio. But Rasmussen's got the push from Award, and Award goes for the lead on lap number 3. Side by side for the lead, Award and Rasmussen, then the Meyer-Shank boys of Castroneves and Rosenqvist. Abel, Power, McLaughlin, 3 wide. Then Andretti and Ferrucci. Newgarden and Palou still fighting. Palou's going to clear in the 10th. Then it's Newgarden. Look at Siegel. He comes flying around the outside. Great racing here today in Milwaukee. Let's take a look at the championship leaders trying to fight their way through the back of the pack. Kirkwood still mired back there as well as Ericsson. And Palou hasn't really moved up as well. Kirkwood's in a 3-wide battle for 20th with Dixon and Rahal here on lap number 3. He's on the outside. Maybe he can make that work, but we're just not certain of it yet. Stingray's right in front of him. And then Marcus Ericsson has not really moved up either. He's actually fallen behind his teammate Colton Herta. And Alex Palou, he hasn't really moved up either. He's only in 11th at the moment. Andretti moving up through the field. He moves into the top 5, but they're still side by side for the lead. And now Castroneves goes 3 wide around the inside. Elio to the front. Elio leading on lap number 4. Pato into 2nd. Pato with a big run. Here comes Award to the outside. And Pato takes the lead. Rosenqvist now going to fight Castroneves for 2nd. Then it's Rasmussen. Abel looking on the outside of Andretti. Barely any room, but Abel doesn't lift. He's going to go 3 wide as Power's there as well. McLaughlin and Palou are right there, and Ferrucci rounds out your top 10. A lot of great fighting going on here at the front and throughout this pack here in Milwaukee. McLaughlin and Palou. Ganassi and Penske still have that rivalry from Kiffin and Scotty Mack. But it doesn't look like they're rivals right now, as McLaughlin is getting help from Palou. Looking for a chance at the top 5 position. Castroneves the 2nd. Looking for the lead now on Award. Side by side for the lead coming to lap number 5. Elio to the front. But now Rosenqvist looking on the outside. Side by side for the lead. Meyer-Shank having a banner day. Battle for 4th. Rasmussen takes it over Andretti. Then Power and Abel side by side. That's the battle for 6th. A lot of battling going on throughout this pack. Alex Palou looking pretty good in 9th, but I think he wants to get around McLaughlin because Ferrucci's looking pretty racy as well. Power clear of Abel. That's for 6th. Rasmussen looking on the outside of Pato Award. Still fighting for the lead between Castroneves and Rosenquist. It'll be Castroneves' lead again as we come to lap number 6 here at Milwaukee. Meyer Shank 1-2 at the moment. Award in the 3rd. Andretti and Power making contact. That's Rasmussen. Then Abel looking to the outside of Rasmussen. 3 wide between Palou, McLaughlin, Ferrucci. Palou wins out. Now here comes the pack. Big run by Siegel. Still 3 wide back here. Stingray, Graham, and Kirkwood. Marcus Ericsson just in front of him. Marcus Ericsson and Kyle Kirkwood are actually side by side at the moment. Been a really rough start for Andretti besides Marco, who is flying at the front. And meanwhile, Scott Dixon, who needs to be doing better, is running last, and Graham Rahal, who also needs to run better than Kirkwood and Ericsson, is 22nd right now. Side by side. Marco Andretti into 4th with Abel right there. Power Rasmussen. But still, the Meyer Shank boys, and then it's Pato. Lap 7. Top 5 single file. Rosenquist peeks out. But he has to get back in line now. Award dives underneath Castroneves for the lead, and Award's got it. Will Power looking 3 wide to the outside. Here comes Will Power with help from Rasmussen and Palou. Whoa! Sideways and around. Around goes Santino Ferrucci. And Scott McLaughlin's in it. Big crash for Scott McLaughlin. And there goes his championship hopes. Nolan Siegel taken out as well as Ferrucci. Caution out on lap number 7. Yeah, it looks like Nolan was trying to help Santino. And Santino's car quickly went around, and Scotty Mack had nowhere to go. And even his championship hopes were slim, but they're all gone now. McLaughlin out. Siegel out, Ferrucci out in his debut. Very unfortunate for that AJ Foyt racing team and the Yellow Submarine, as well as Nolan. So that is unfortunate for Foyt. Ferrucci finishes 23rd and last on debut. Nolan continues his rough year. It's 22nd. And Scotty Mack in 21st. Santino, Nolan, Scotty Mack. Unfortunately taken out. Running pretty good. They were having good days. And they get taken out. But there is still tomorrow. But for your championship hopes, there is no tomorrow. So Santino finishes 23rd. Then it's Nolan. And then Scotty Mack in 21st. So, we're going to get this back going at the halfway point, lap number 10 of 20, here in the first race of this doubleheader. So here we go. Let's take a look at your current order. Pato leads the way. Then it's Elio. Then it's Marco. Abel in fourth. Then Felix. Then Power. Then Rasmussen, Palou, Joseph, Foster, Connor, Colton, Lundgaard, Erickson, Rossi, Kiffin, Kirkwood, Stingray, Graham, and Dixon. Here we go. Green flag. We're back underway at Milwaukee. Pato gets on the gas. Elio to his outside. Marco, Abel, and Felix there as well. Will Power and Rasmussen get into the mix? Looks like Pato's got the lead. Here comes Alex Palou storming up the outside. Alex Palou is here. What a move by Alex Palou. And here comes Marcus Ericsson. Marcus Ericsson comes flying out of nowhere. Here come the championship contenders flying to the front. And Kyle Kirkwood's still mired in traffic. Disaster for Kyle Kirkwood, and around in the back. It's Graham Rahal. Graham Rahal is destroyed. Still no caution yet for Graham, who is stuck, who spun in turn number one. They're going to throw it eventually. Oh, contact nearly again in the back. What a move by Marcus Ericsson. He's in the mix as well. Alex Palou 3 wide for the lead. Palou's going to fall back. Elio into the lead. The caution's out for Graham. Graham Rahal crashes out of the first race of the Milwaukee Doubleheader. I think his championship hopes have also crashed out. A great start to the year for Graham, and it all comes undone with a horrible second half stretch. A 20th place finish for Graham all but eliminates him from the championship. So we'll go back to green on lap 12. Elio now leading. Pato into second. Then it's Palou. Then it's Marco. Then Felix. Then Ericsson. Abel. Power. Rasmussen. Joseph. Foster. Colton. Connor. Lundgaard. Kiffin. Then Stingray. Then Kirkwood, then Rossi, and Dixon still finds himself in last. Here we go. Back underway. Green flag at lap 12 after a quick caution. Here goes Pato to the outside, Palou to the inside, Palou to the lead. Oh, Marco goes around. Marco gets turned around. Marco around in front of the pack. Ericsson plows into him. Oh my gosh, Marcus Ericsson just crashed into him. Huge championship implications. A wreck in front of the field, and Jacob Abel is in it. Wow. Jacob Abel taking out Marcus Ericsson, Marco Andretti, and watch out, guys. Watch out. Caution's out. Caution's out. They wreck on the front stretch. And there's more crashing. Kiffin plows into another one. And more. Stingray gets into Lundgaard. Is that Kirkwood? Is Kirkwood through it? No, but Scott Dixon's in it. Scott Dixon goes over the top. Big crash. Joseph plows in. Wow. A massive crash on a restart here in Milwaukee, and this is gonna bring out the red. Massive wreck. Scott Dixon on his side, and he ends up going over. Joseph Newgarden minding his own business, and he gets spun around. Somehow, some way, Kyle Kirkwood got through there. That wreck happened right in front of him, and he made it through. That is unbelievable. But a massive wreck on the front stretch takes out some heavy hitters in the championship. Scott Dixon, Joseph Newgarden, Marcus Ericsson get taken out. I mean, there was nowhere. Ericsson had nowhere to go. Joseph was minding his own business. He got punted, and then Dixon just clipped, I believe it was Stingray, and he ends up on his lid. So Stingray goes from hero to zero. And yeah, just an awful wreck for Juncos. Not many cars left in this race. No, not many at all. I believe there's not even 10. That wreck took out a bunch of people. I believe there's actually only 10 cars remaining. And one of them is the championship leader in Kyle Kirkwood. So Scott Dixon will get flipped over after Marco Andretti got spun around in front of the pack. But I'm not sure who got Marco. May have been Felix. But he got spun around, and Ericsson hit him. They came up the track, and then it was on. That took out a stacked field. That took out everybody. And Scott Dixon will be towed away. A very unfortunate race for him. So Dixon out, Joseph out, Ericsson out. More championship hitters, more heavy hitters in the championship taken out of this race. And one of the big four. So let's update our current results as we stand. Finishing in 19th. That's Stingray. Yeah, it's Stingray. So Stingray, after winning last week, comes home 19th this week. 18th for Christian Lundgaard. He was just minding his own business, but trying to slow down, and he got plowed into by Stingray. Kiffin comes home in 17th. Another rough race for the 8 team. 16th, it is Connor. He's had an awful stretch of races ever since his podium. 15th, Scott Dixon. I think he's also eliminated from the championship. Pretty much. And then Joseph gets 14th. Huge hit to his title hopes. I believe he's eliminated. And 13th is Marco, who was having a really good day, but he got taken out. And then Marcus Ericsson, the big one. He finishes 12th. More importantly, will not score points in this race. And Kyle Kirkwood still remains alive and well in this race with 5 laps to go. However, he currently sits 10th, and Alex Palou and Pato O'Ward have a chance at winning this race, while Kirkwood's car hasn't really shown the capability of winning. So 5 laps to go. Palou leading, Elio second, Pato third, then Felix, then Rasmussen, Power, Colton, Foster, Rossi, and Kirkwood. Here we go. 5-lap dash for the win in Milwaukee. Palou gets a good start. Pato and Elio fighting for second. Then here's Felix and Rasmussen. Here's Power. Here's Colton. Colton making a charge. There's Foster. There's Rossi. And Kirkwood to the outside. But Palou in the lead. Then Elio, Pato, Colton, Felix, and they're 3 wide for 6th. Kirkwood got ahead of Rossi. That's a big position. Foster falls to 8th, Power 7th. Rasmussen wins that 3-wide battle. He's 6th. Side by side for second. It's going to be won by Elio, and now Pato's getting put 3 wide. Felix, Colton right there. Elio in the second, but they're all chasing Alex Palou. Palou up high. 4 laps to go. Elio running the middle. 3 wide for third, and there's contact, and Colton gets away. Rasmussen trying to get into the fight. But not Foster. Power pushes him out of the way. Here's Kirkwood. Kyle Kirkwood making a late charge. He's 3 wide. But it's Palou, Elio, and Colton, the top 3, getting away from the rest of the pack. Pato in the 4th. Then Felix. But Kyle Kirkwood making a spirited charge here. There's the Andretti. There's the Kyle Kirkwood I've been waiting for. Here he comes. Made a veteran move by getting out of the wreck. Here he is now, making a big charge, looking for the win. Will Power dropping back. He needed to beat Kirkwood today. He's not doing that right now, and Kirkwood has gotten ahead of Pato. Kirkwood ahead of Pato. This is big for Marcus Ericsson, but Palou still leads. Elio's right there, though. Elio to the inside. Here's Elio Castroneves for the lead, and Colton Herta makes it 3 wide around the outside. 3 wide for the lead. 3 laps to go in Milwaukee. We're in for a thrilling battle. Palou and Colton side by side. Elio trying to stay on the bottom next to him. They're getting ahead of him. Pato and Kirkwood now fighting for 4th. Here they are. They're in the mix. Felix in the 6th. Then Rasmussen. Then Power. Then Foster. Rossi's fallen pretty far back. He's not going to play a factor into this. He may get Foster because he's starting to struggle now. Rasmussen and Power have been locked in a great battle for 7th, but the battle for the lead, I should say, is heating up, and there's 5 cars, and 3 of them are championship contenders. Elio to the front. Colton in the second, but more importantly, Kirkwood pushes Colton, and now he's next to Palou. 2 laps to go in Milwaukee. Here's Colton Herta to the inside of Castroneves. Herta to the lead. He's never won an IndyCar before, as well as Castroneves. He has never won the Diecast IndyCar League. Palou and Kirkwood. Contact. Contact. Palou and Kirkwood. They crash. Oh my gosh. Palou and Kirkwood crash, and O'Ward got through it. Caution's out. Colton Herta is going to win. Unbelievable. Palou and Kirkwood racing so hard. Palou gets a little too high, washes up into Kirkwood. They both crash out of the race. And Pato O'Ward and Will Power finish the race. And that'll be the end of the first doubleheader. Herta's going to win under caution, his first Diecast IndyCar League win. What a pass right before the crash that could shake up the championship. Unreal. Colton Herta's going to win. Elio Castroneves is going to come second. Then it's Pato O'Ward. Felix Rosenquist is going to finish fourth. Christian Rasmussen in fifth. Will Power is going to get sixth. Louis Foster seventh. Alexander Rossi eighth are going to be the only cars to finish the race after Palou and Kirkwood crash on the front stretch, battling for third. And Palou just got too high and wiped out into Kirkwood. But it's all Colton Herta. He finally scores his first win of the year, and Andretti with another one. Elio Castroneves shows that Meyer-Shank Racing is a force. He finishes second in a big third place for Pato O'Ward. Meyer-Shank gets two in the top four. Felix Rosenquist in fourth position. Christian Rasmussen with another top five. And Will Power with a big sixth place in the championship. Louis Foster comes home seventh. He may have a chance at the Rookie of the Year battle now. And Alexander Rossi gets a top 10 after a struggling second half for the 20 camp. But what a win for Colton Herta. It's his first of the season and of his Diecast IndyCar League career. And as his future currently speculates, he has a question marks over his head about his future. Could be going to Formula 2. But for now, he is a winner in the Diecast IndyCar League. He'll burn it down here at Milwaukee. What a race here in Milwaukee for race one of this doubleheader. Colton Herta comes home with his first Diecast IndyCar League victory. My, oh my. This is going to shake up the points big time. Pato and Power are the only two of the big seven to finish the championship, to finish the race. Let's see where they'll shake up in points and how tight it'll be. But for now, it's all Colton Herta. We'll race tomorrow. We'll see you then for the double header number 2 at Milwaukee. See you then. RV out. Peace. What a race it was. That was chaos. That was thrilling. It was unfortunate that it got cut short, but Colton Herta gets the job done. He beats Elio Castroneves, makes the pass before the crash. That'll shake up the championship forever. And man, oh man, what a win it was for Colton Herta and crew. Their first of the year. And now all three of the main Andretti drivers have a win this season. We'll race again tomorrow, the second race of the Milwaukee doubleheader. We'll see you then, but now we celebrate Colton Herta. See you later. RVL. Peace. Well, folks, that was a wild first race of the doubleheader, and now we'll take a look at the point standings, and boy, oh boy. Oh, man, we have got some changes at the top of the board. Pato O'Ward is now the points leader. He vaults Kyle Kirkwood, Marcus Ericsson, and Alex Palou up into the points lead. He leads Kirkwood by 2, Ericsson by 12. Will Power now into 4th after his big run. He currently sits 26 points behind. Alex Palou 32 points behind. In 5th, those are your main contenders. Scott Dixon, Graham Rahal, Colton Herta, Joseph Newgarden all have a slight chance, but they're probably going to get eliminated after this race. Scott McLaughlin on down are all eliminated. The field has been inverted from the finishing results of yesterday's doubleheader, meaning the new team, AJ Foyt Racing's on pole. Santino Ferrucci on pole with Nolan Siegel to his outside. Scott McLaughlin, Graham Rahal, a championship hopeful in row 2. Stingray Robb, Christian Lundgaard in row 3. Kevin Simpson and Connor Daly in row 4. Scott Dixon, Joseph Newgarden, 2 championship hopefuls in row number 5, rounding out your top 10. Marco Andretti and one of your main championship 5, Marcus Ericsson, starting 12. Jacob Abel and another big championship player here, Kyle Kirkwood. Then it's Alex Palou, another one of the championship 5, as well as Alexander Rossi to his outside. Louis Foster and the 4th member of the championship 5, Will Power. Christian Rasmussen and Felix Rosenqvist. And then the last member of the championship 5, Pato O'Ward, the points leader, starting deep in the field. After finishing 3rd yesterday, he'll start from 21st today. Elio Castroneves to his outside, and yesterday's winner, Colton Herta, starting shotgun on the field. 20 laps again. Should be a fun one. And now, let's get the second Milwaukee doubleheader race going on the other channel. That was a chaotic first race, folks, and my oh my, we have some changes on the board, on the point standings before the second doubleheader race, the Milwaukee Mile. Pato O'Ward jumps from 4th to 1st in the standings. He now leads Kyle Kirkwood by 2 after his 3rd place finish yesterday. Kirkwood in 2nd place, 2 points behind, would have certainly been the points leader had he finished the race, and probably he'd be in a really big position. Marcus Ericsson in 3rd, still 12 points back. Will Power jumps up into 4th. He jumps Alex Palou. He's 26 points back, and Alex Palou most certainly would probably be 2nd in the standings right now had he and Kyle Kirkwood not crashed yesterday at the end of the race. Palou now sits 32 points back, and last place out of the main championship 5 who have a shot at this championship. Scott Dixon, Graham Rahal, Colton Herta, Joseph Newgarden have mathematical hopes of winning the championship. Colton Herta is getting vaulted after winning yesterday, but it is unlikely that they will win the championship. And Herta jumped from 13th to 8th in the standings. Field was inverted for yesterday's results. So the new team, AJ Foyt Racing and Santino Ferrucci, are on pole for today's race in the Milwaukee Mile. To his outside is Nolan Siegel. Then Scott McLaughlin and a championship hopeful, Graham Rahal, start 4th, or on row 2, I should say. Stingray Robb, Christian Lundgaard, row 3. Kevin Simpson, Connor Daly, row 4. And then rounding out your top 10 is 2 championship hopefuls, Scott Dixon and Joseph Newgarden. That's Marco Andretti and one of the main championship 5, Marcus Ericsson. Then Jacob Abel and another member of the championship 5, Kyle Kirkwood. Then another member of the championship 5, Alex Palou, and Alexander Rossi to his outside. Louis Foster has a chance at Rookie of the Year, and Will Power, the 4th member of the championship 5. Christian Rasmussen and Felix Rosenqvist round out your top 20. Then it's Pato O'Ward, the points leader and the last member of the championship 5, starting deep in the pack, 21st. Can he retain the points lead heading into Nashville? We'll see. Elio Castroneves starts to his outside in 22nd. And shotgun on the field is yesterday's winner, Colton Herta. 20 laps tonight here at Milwaukee. The second race of this doubleheader, the penultimate race of the year. Santino Ferrucci, Nolan Siegel lead the field to green. We're underway in Milwaukee. AJ Foyt Racing will lead their first lap in their history and only their second race. Santino Ferrucci to the lead. Nolan Siegel, Scott McLaughlin fight for second. 3 wide for fourth. Graham Rahal, a championship hopeful, will fall into fourth position. Rob and Lundgaard fight for fifth. So much chaos right through here. Ferrucci in the lead. McLaughlin and Siegel still fighting for second place. Battle for fifth, picking back up between Lundgaard and Rob. Still Ferrucci's race to lose with Scott McLaughlin. 2 goes to his inside. Scott McLaughlin looking for the lead. Here comes Siegel to push Ferrucci. That didn't go well yesterday. Rahal pushing McLaughlin side by side for the lead on lap number 3. It's McLaughlin who goes to the lead with help from Rahal. Siegel around Ferrucci for third. Big amount of pushing. Rob in the fifth. Then Simpson. Then Lundgaard. Then Daly and Andretti side by side, as well as Newgarden and Dixon. Here comes Kirkwood, Abel, Erickson making a big charge. Marcus Erickson, big move. Oh, trouble! Alex Palou. Palou gets taken out. Rossi and Palou collide off of turn 4, and Jacob Abel is an innocent bystander. Wow. Oh, and Scott Dixon. Scott Dixon just gets clipped. Unbelievable. There is a big moment in this race already. One of the 5 that have a realistic chance for the championship get taken out in a major crash due to driver error between both Palou and Rossi. And it's a big one. It also takes out Scott Dixon. There's only one Ganassi left already. Caution out on lap number 3. And we have major championship implications in this one. Wow. Alex Palou and Alexander Rossi collide. They come together. And Palou with nowhere to go. Scott Dixon gets turned around. Rossi plows into the wall. Jacob Abel comes down to greet him. And Scott Dixon takes a big hit into the outside wall. Hopefully he is all right. That was a nasty crash for Scott. This is big for Louis Foster as well. He can now claim the Rookie of the Year lead going into Nashville. Wow. That's huge. Palou is out. Palou, his championship hopes are done. They're done. Same with Scott Dixon's. Wow, that is unbelievable. 2 crashes. And he's done. He's out. Palou no longer has a chance at the championship. After a horrible Milwaukee weekend. He had all the momentum coming up into it, too. A 6th, then back-to-back 4ths. And then a 9th. That crash with Kirkwood now looms large. That is very unfortunate. Jacob Abel with another rough week. Alexander Rossi's horrible second half continues. And Scott Dixon, wrong place, wrong time. He gets sent to the outside wall. And he'll be rewarded with a 20th place finish. That podium finish he had back at Gateway seems like a distant memory. It has been downhill ever since for the 19 And Ganassi will no longer have a chance at the championship. Yeah, old Chip up there in the 9 box with his Dixon hat on. Very unfortunate for him. But yeah, this is big for everyone else in the Championship 5. Might be a Championship 4 now. Power Award, they're in the back right now. As we're going to go back green on lap 6. Kirkwood and Erickson are moving forward. The Andretti's have had a strong oval package all season. And here they go again. Roar into the front. And it's been spearheaded by the 28 and 27. The 98 looked good yesterday, and so did the 26, obviously. But right now, it's not the 98 or the 26. Well, actually, Marco is up there. Marco is up there, so the 98's showing out again. But right now, the 26 has not been able to move forward. And Scott McLaughlin leads the way with Graham Rahal in second, Nolan Siegel in third, Santino Ferrucci fourth, Stingray Robb in fifth. Here we go. We're back underway in Milwaukee. Good restart by Graham Rahal. He gets to the inside of McLaughlin. They'll go side by side into the lead. Ferrucci in the third. Robb's going to battle him. Siegel there as well. Here's Erickson diving up the inside. Erickson 3 wide for third. Lundgaard and Simpson going high. Here's Daly to help. Andretti through the middle. Newgarden, where does Kirkwood go? He'll follow Newgarden to the high side. Where does Power and Award go? Award up the middle. Power up high. Trouble again. Just like Graham Rahal yesterday, it's Colton Herta who spins from the back in turn 1. Herta around and in the wall. A self-spin, shades of yesterday with Graham Rahal. Well, that's unfortunate for Herta. From 0 to 0. Contact, Pato and Kirkwood. Wow, Award and Kirkwood making more contact. Caution's going to come out at some point. This is a huge moment for Marcus Ericsson. Can he get in front of Robb and Ferrucci? Can he get in the third? No, he'll fall back to fifth. And maybe sixth. Oh, he makes contact with Robb. Robb nearly goes around. Caution's out now. Colton Herta spun in turn 1. Well, that sucks for Colton. Great run going. Had a great day yesterday. He spins from the back today. And his championship hopes, just like Scott Dixon, go up in smoke. Very unfortunate for Colton. So, 2 of those 4 that mathematically had a chance have been eliminated. The only 2 that are left from that camp are, I believe, Graham Rahal, who's putting in a strong showing today, and Joseph Newgarden. Joseph not nearly doing what he needs to do right now. He is behind Pato Award, who is the points leader. So we'll go green on lap 8 after Colton Herta spin into the wall. And he will finish down in 19th. And unfortunate incident for him. So here we go. Lap 8 of 20. Second race, the doubleheader. Here we go. McLaughlin leads the way. We're back underway. Rahal again going for the lead with McLaughlin's help. Or with McLaughlin, but McLaughlin's got all the help right now. And Nolan Siegel with a huge run to the outside. 3 wide for the lead. Oh, look at Kiffin Simpson up the gut. And Pato. Where does the rest of the Championship 5 go? Kirkwood goes up high, following Newgarden. Where does Will Power go? Power goes high. Power and Kirkwood struggling in the back, while Pato and Erickson are roaring to the front. Well, now Pato's falling back. Lundgaard and Andretti get around him. Ericsson's moving forward. Here's Erickson to the inside of Rob. That's for fifth. 3 wide for the lead. Siegel getting the push from Ferrucci. They trust each other, even though they wrecked yesterday, and they're going to go to the front. Lap 9. It's Siegel, then Ferrucci, then McLaughlin, then Rahal, and then a battle for fifth between Erickson and Rob. Contact between Simpson and Daly. Then Andretti and Lundgaard round out your top 10 at the moment. Looks like Stingray may beat Erickson for that spot. No, Erickson's still there. Graham looking to the inside of Scotty Mack. Here they go. But still, Nolan and Santino leading the way as we're halfway home at Milwaukee. Oh man, wouldn't it be something if AJ Foyt won on their debut weekend? Graham Rahal in the third. Not just yet. Scotty Mack staying with Graham. Look at Marcus Erickson. Erickson's here. He's looking to shoot into this mix. More contact between Connor and Kiffin. And Marco's going to take him 3 wide. 3 wide for 7th. Marco, Kiffin, and Connor. Marco's going to win out. And Connor gets around Kiffin. Erickson looking to help Graham. Here he is, but the top 2 still battling, and Santino wants the lead. Lap 11, contact again between Santino and Nolan. They'll help each other get to the lead, but as soon as they want to pass each other, they don't want to play nice anymore. Graham in the third, he'll get help from Erickson. They're going to go with the lead as the 6 and the 14 fight. And Scotty Mack looking for third. Then Stingray. He's going to help Santino. Marco's here as well. And Connor. And Kiffin. Pato's here. Pato with a big run. Pato's gaining a bunch of spots. Kirkwood can't make up anything. Neither can Felix. Here's Will Power. Power's making some passes. Hard racing back here between Elio and Foster. Will Power and Kirkwood making some contact. Power wins the battle. Look at Joseph. He gets around Kiffin and Lundgaard. Three wide. Santino in the fourth. Nolan falls all the way down to 6. Stingray gets around him. Top 3 all right there. Lap 12. It's Graham, then Erickson, then Scotty Mack. They're just relaxing at the moment. Here's Stingray getting a push from Nolan. They'll go into 4th and 5th, and they'll try and hunt down the top 3. Pato to the inside of Marco. That may be music to the ears of Connor and Joseph. Here they are. They're making contact. They squeeze. They save it. They're getting close to wrecking. I saw Scotty Mack nearly crash Ericsson. We just saw that. It's going to get ugly. Marcus Ericsson looking to the outside just a bit. Scotty Mack's going to help him. Here they go. They're going to try and get around Graham. Into the lead goes Marcus Ericsson, but Scotty Mack wants to go out himself. Lap 13. Ericsson to the lead. Big for the championship. Scotty Mack to his outside. Then it's Graham. Nolan to the outside of Stingray. They fight for fourth. Santino's going to help Stingray. 3 wide for seventh. Pato, Marco, Connor. With Joseph lurking in the background, it's going to be Marco who gets the job done. And now Joseph gets around Connor and Pato. Move the 2 up in the 8th. And now Marco to the outside of Nolan. Battle for the lead. Scotty Mack is there. Ericsson going to get a push from Graham. We're coming to lap 14. Ericsson to the lead. Graham to his inside. Graham fighting back. Here's Stingray and Santino. Look at this. Big run. 3 wide for the lead. Nolan gets 6 over Marco. Here's Pato going on the inside of Marco. That's for 7. So much action. This has been awesome. What a great battle this is becoming. Stingray looking for the lead. With help from Santino, Hugo, Stingray, Rob back out in front. Well, trouble. Santino's around and Marcus Ericsson's involved. Trouble. Oh, man. Wow, Marcus Ericsson's big run is over. And so is his championship hopes. Santino gets turned again. I thought he was going to make it. Whoa, Graham. Wow, Graham with a huge miss. Wow, I can't believe Graham missed that. Scotty Mack is through. Nolan's through. Marco's through it. Pato's through it. Caution comes out. Everybody else that was behind the accident got through it. Huge mistake by Marcus Ericsson, who tried to push Santino, and Santino gets turned, and Marcus Ericsson gets clipped, and he goes into the inside wall hard. And we're going to go back green with 5 laps to go. I can't believe Graham Rahal missed that crash. Wow, that was chaotic. Chaotic. So, Santino Ferrucci finishes in the 18th position. And then Marcus Ericsson's championship hopes take a big hit. 17 for Ericsson. And it might be a championship 3 going into Nashville. So, we'll have 5 laps to go. It's going to be chaotic. Foster last, then it's Elio 16th, Rasmussen 15th, Felix 14th, Kirkwood 13th, Lundgaard 12th, Power 11th, Connor 10th, Kiffin 9th, Joseph 8th, Marco in 7th, Pato 6th, Scotty Mac 5th? No. Oh, I got it wrong. Huh. So wait a minute. 23rd, 26th, 21st, 17th. Oh. What did I put for yours? Okay, I did it right. Okay, so we'll have 5 laps to go. Stingray leads. Graham second. Nolan third. Scotty Mac fourth. Pato fifth. Marco sixth. Joseph seventh. Kiffin eighth. Connor ninth. Power 10th. Lundgaard 11th. Kirkwood 12th. Felix 13th. Rasmussen 14th. Elio 15th. Foster 16th. And last, with Pato in the top 5, he's outrunning Joseph. He's not outrunning Graham, but I think Graham and Joseph are probably going to get mathematically eliminated unless something happens to the 5 car. The 5 and the 27 car. Here we go. 5 laps to go in Milwaukee. We're back underway. Stingray gets going. Graham looks to the inside. They're battling for third. It's Scotty Mac and Nolan. And Pato's going to help Graham. What a start by Pato. He can afford to help Graham because he's got a big enough gap on him. That doesn't matter what Graham does if Pato's right behind him. Kirkwood to the outside. He's got around Power. Kirkwood ahead of Power. Kirkwood tried to make a move on Lundgaard. Pato getting ahead. Pato may win this race. If Pato wins the race, man, oh man, wouldn't that be something? He's in the fight, though. He has a chance. Look at Pato to the outside. Graham could not clear Stingray. Pato had a chance to take him 3 for the lead, but he slipped up. And now he's going to fall back. Look at Stingray to the lead with Nolan right there. He'll make contact with his teammate. 4 to go. Marco! Contact between him and Scotty Mac. Stingray, Pato, Nolan. Then they're 3 wide for 4th. Graham, Marco, Scotty Mac. Don't look now. Kiffin's there. Connor's there. Joseph's there. But Kyle Kirkwood is in the top 10. That is huge for Kirkwood. Will Power stuck behind both of them. He did not do what he needed to do today. But there's still some time left in case those 2 get into an accident. But right now, Stingray looking for his second win in 3 weeks. But Pato to the outside, looking for the lead. And a huge championship blow to everyone else. 3 to go, the championship leader led the lap. He's clear into the lead. Pato Award into the lead of the race. And here comes his McLaren teammate, Nolan, to his outside. Oh my gosh, look at this chaos. Look at this battle. Kiffin moves up. Look at Kiffin. Joseph Kirkwood in the 9th. 3 to go. Joseph to the outside of Kiffin, trying to get ahead of Kirkwood, but there's nothing he can do. Sideways goes Graham and Scotty Mack, but they save it. Top four, all battling. Look at Nolan. He gets a push from Marco. Nolan Siegel to the lead. Nolan Siegel's never won an IndyCar race. Here he is with almost coming to 2 laps to go here in Milwaukee. He's got a chance at winning it. 2 to go, and Nolan is getting away. Back-to-back first-time winners. That sounds like a treat to me, but I don't know if Nolan's going to have time because Graham and Scotty Mack are flying through this pack. Graham has gotten the Nolans inside. It's going to be a battle. White flag in the air this time. Kyle Kirkwood, Kiffin, Joseph trying to get in this mix, as well as Connor. This is going to be crazy. Get ready for a knock-your-socks-off finish, folks. Marco trying to go 3 wide up the middle, and it works. He goes into third. He's going to push Nolan clear again. Oh, boy. Could Marco win on his debut weekend? We're coming to the white flag. Nolan Siegel leading the way. But here's Marco to the outside, Scotty Mack to the inside. White flag is out. Nolan in the lead. Then it's Scotty Mack. Then it's Marco. And they're 3 wide for 4th. Pato, Stingray, Graham, 3 wide for the lead going into turn 1. Maybe 4 wide. Pato's looking to the inside. Kyle Kirkwood. Kyle Kirkwood is here. That whole pack is charging. They got a chance. It's going to be chaos going into the back straightaway. They're in turns 1 and 2. Can they all make it? Will they all make it? I don't know, but Kirkwood just lost a bunch of positions. Look at this, 4 wide. Scotty Mack and Marco. They're going to be side by side for the win. Pato, Graham making contact, as well as Nolan. Here's Joseph and more. This is going to be a barn burner of a finish. Marco to the lead. Marco Andretti on his debut weekend. Looks like he's got it. The pack is trying to close in. They're going to crash. Coming to the checkers. Stingray gets turned around. Graham's in it. Nolan Siegel's in it. There goes Graham's championship home to Marco Andretti on his debut weekend is a winner in the Diecast IndyCar League. What a win for Marco Andretti. Scott McLaughlin, a huge second. Pato Award with a big championship blow to his rivals. He's going to finish 3rd, and the pack's got to watch out because they're wrecking big in front. Oh, man, huge crash for Stingray. Stingray with a big one. Graham around. The pack's got to watch out. The pack's got to watch out, and Kyle Kirkwood's in the crash. Oh, and Joseph spins. So does Kiffin. Watch out, boys. Connor's in it. Man, there was nowhere for them to go, and the whole field's going to plow in. Everybody watch out. Oh, man. Joseph gets to the line. So does Kirkwood. Kirkwood beat Power to the line. Kirkwood ends up 4th. Kirkwood ends up 5th. Power ends up 6th. They make it across the line. but a big wreck on the front stretch sends Stingray on his side. My, oh my, bad one. That was bad. That was a really bad accident. Kiffin across the line, Stingray in midair, then Felix, then Nolan, Elio, Graham, Lundgaard, Connor, Louis Foster, and Rasmussen ends up last across the line. Oh, man. Huge accident to end this one. Kiffin, Stingray, Felix, Nolan, Graham, Lundgaard, Connor, Elio, Foster, and Rasmussen all cross the line. Marco Andretti is the winner, but he will not be able to celebrate it after the massive one on the front straightaway. A huge win for the 98 team. What a job it was by Marco. He got it done. But Pato O'Ward delivers a big blow to his championship competitors. He gets another podium after starting 21st. And now with one more race to go, I think it's his title to lose. But Kirkwood and Power limited the damage. Marcus Ericsson, Alex Palou, we'll see where they are. But it's Marco Andretti making it an Andretti sweep of the doubleheaders. They win all four of the doubleheader races this year, and all four Andretti cars went to victory lane. A special season for Andretti, but they want the championship as well. We'll see what happens next week at Nashville. See you later. RBL. Peace. Wow, what a race. Marco pulls it out on the last lap. He gets it done. Pato O'Ward with a big finish in the championship. He gets third. Rest of the field crashes across the line, but Kirkwood and Power get fifth and sixth. They finish well. But it'll all come down to Nashville, and Pato O'Ward extends his lead. That could be the detrimental blow in this championship in the favor of Pato O'Ward. Alex Palou and Marcus Ericsson will have to see what their fate is, if they'll have a chance at the championship or not. But thank you all for watching this Milwaukee doubleheader. See y'all later. RBL. Peace.